What is up, YouTube? Nuisance Carl here. It's Saturday afternoon for once. It's not nighttime, but sun's setting really quick. I was lagging this morning, so I'm barely getting to work on the car. There's a couple things I want to do. See if I could get to the over fenders today. I need to pull these off, and I need to start taping the OEM fender. That way it's nice and sealed, and I could start riveting these on. I also need to cut the gas door. I'm actually going to take a trip to Honda, where Rob is working. He's going to pull, or not pull, well, I don't have my center caps on. I never run them, but I need to get that axle nut off, so hopefully he can get that off for me, and I can change my axles. Other than that, I still have my trailer on bushings to do, so I guess we'll see what happens. I need to get a lot of work done today. Alright, so we're here at the not Honda dealership. Here to see Rob. Hopefully he can take out this axle nut for me. We'll see how it goes. Get it off for me, man. Let's see. There we go. God. Damn. Hey, good shit, man. I'm not putting your face in this so you don't get fired. Thanks, man. Later. Yeah. A lot of PB blaster. And a nice snap-on impact. Gets the job done. Now I can do axles. Alright. All taped up. Looks like a very poor job, but whatever. It'll get the job done. I used some Gorilla Tape. Stuff's nice. Not regular duct tape. But this will do the job for now. If I need to cut more, I can always take it out. You know the drill. I already talked about this, but now to do the other side. Yeah. Now let's get this over fender on. At least we can get this side on. So this one I got the rivet, but it didn't go all the way through the hole, so I need to use one of my longer ones, which I do have, so. Oh well, I gotta cut this one out. I think I gotta drill it. Alright, done deal. All rivets are on. Over fender is on. It's not coming out until this car gets either painted or wrapped. I haven't decided yet. Now I gotta figure out the other side. Alright, so for the gas door, I think what I'm gonna do, I have only 2 pieces of little tape on the sides. I'm basically just gonna mask all the way around. Like with kind of double-sided tape, that way it sticks to the over fender. And you can kind of see the outline already. So I'm just gonna mark that with a marker, and then pop the fender on, and then try to pull the paper with the over fender, and then that's gonna be my template to get that gas door cut. Alright, so gas door is outlined. I'm gonna put some double-sided tape all along here. That we can stick the over fender on, and then it'll come off with it. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Didn't really go according to plan, because what I was gonna do, because the M3 gas door is a little bit different, it flares out kind of towards the bottom right corner. But what I found out, it is a completely different shape and completely different size. So that's kind of where it would be. So, like always, I'm just gonna wing it. I have my template cut out, and this corner is basically just gonna, it flares out just barely, but I'm gonna just live with the gap for now, I guess. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna undercut it. I mean, we should always do that. So I'm gonna cut it around, kind of do a rough cut, just to make sure that I have enough material, and then I can start fine-tuning from there. Rough cut is done. Now I'm just gonna pretty much go along the edges and fine-tune it. Alright, this is where I'm at for now. It's still a pretty rough cut. I don't want to go in anymore with the angle grinder, because it's really freaking hard to do it with the disc that I have. Whoops. Oh, fender's about to come out. So I need to get a hold of a Dremel and do some final passes and get this thing to fit really nice. I undercut it quite a bit, so I still got a lot of material to go left, but I'm not taking the chance. So anyways, it's late, so we'll continue another day. Alright, back to work. Gonna do some trailer on bushings. Alright, so I got these 3 bolts loosened up. super overexposed, but there's a brake line about right there. It's a 10 millimeter bolt you need to take off. I also took out the speed sensor wire. It's pretty easy to unclip, so I just need to do that. Lower this, and then start taking out that trailing arm bushing. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. This kind of should paint a clear picture of why stock trailing arm bushings limit the alignment that you could run in the rear. You can see my rear toe was maxed out before. This guy is pretty much close to the left. This hole is also pretty close to the left. But this guy... oh, where is it? This guy's in the middle. So because the bushing is limited in movement, it's not allowing that toe limiter. I think they're called trailing arm bushing limiters, to kind of articulate in the correct position to where I could have basically more adjustment. So this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have more room to adjust toe, hopefully. God, I need to knock on wood. Alright, so I got my trailing arm bushing tool. This is the threaded rod, and there's a little cup on the end with a cavity on the inside and a nut. I'm gonna go ahead and slide this into the trailing arm bushing. Then I'm gonna slide this right over with the nut on the other side, and then just tighten this down. There's a notch right on the bottom, and you can't really see, but there's a notch on the top. You basically want to align these two ends to those notches. I lied. Slides over the bushing. Alright, let's get this trailing arm bushing off. So I finally got one trailing arm bushing off, and holy crap. Focus. Would you look at this? Jesus. I took an interesting setup. I had basically two jacks, one floor jack for the bottom of the trailing arm, and one spare tire jack kind of pressed up against the body. That way this wouldn't move around. But even look at the hole. That needs some cleaning up. I need to take some Scotch-Brite and some sandpaper and clean that up before I put the new bushing in. So one trailing arm bushing taken out. I need to take out one more, and I need to install both of them. It's gonna be a long night. So this happened. Sorry, Synchro Design Works. Looks like I broke your tool. This guy pretty much sheared off when I was tightening it. I guess I was using too much torque. I was using a breaker bar and the pipe off my jack. So maybe I should have greased it more. I don't know. Maybe the ball joint wasn't going in. I thought the ball joint was going in, but I mean, I guess not. But so I rented this 23-piece ball joint / U-joint removal kit from AutoZone. I mean, I'm sure it has some sort of fittings that I could use to get this thing in there. It's a lot more heavy duty. At least it looks like it. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't break this one. I doubt I will, but oh well. So I guess you could say I kind of freaked out when I broke the ball joint tool. I didn't think these guys would work. This one I rented from AutoZone. So I kind of canceled my appointment at West End. We'll see. I'm gonna keep trucking. This kind of reduces my chances of being able to attend Horse Thief Mile on the 16th, but we're gonna try to make it anyway. I'll see if I can figure out this alignment situation. Really, what I need is just to change the axle and get the rear trailing arm bushings on, and I should be good to go. But we'll see what happens. Positive vibes. We'll get there. Also, since these ball joints are press fit, I'm gonna try to do some stuff to get these ball joints in better. I have the ball joint for the driver's side in the freezer right now, so that should shrink quite a bit. And then what I'm gonna do, once I have the ball joint on the driver's side off, the OEM one, I'll heat up the trailing arm, and while it's hot, well, I'm also gonna do some prep work. These things are pretty corroded on. I tried to do my best on the passenger side with getting the rust off with some sandpaper. I guess it wasn't enough, so I'm gonna prep this side with some sandpaper as well, heat it up, take the ball joint out of the freezer, and then just try to get it on as quickly as I can. Hopefully that size difference because of the temperature will allow it to kind of slide in better. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Alright, so I didn't make it a horse thief mile. Unfortunately, my trailing arm bushings were being a little bit of a pain. It's a little bit of a issue on my end. Installation error, user error. I didn't really prep the surface before I was putting it on, so it turned out to be a little bit rusty. So getting it done right now. My brother has them in his truck. He's gonna try to get them pressed out. So trailing arm is out. It's getting worked on. I do plan to be at another event, but I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to jinx it like I feel like I did to myself this time. But one thing that I noticed, my axle boot is pretty ripped. So thank God I have a spare one. I'm gonna change that out. I'd probably explain all that clicking noise in that past video at balcony. Whoa! Thank God I'm getting that replaced. It's a lot easier now that I have all this room. Out comes the old axle. Oh my God. The passenger side is a lot easier to do than the driver's side. There's a lot more room to work with. On the driver's side you have like exhaust and stuff. But would you look at that. Alright, time to put the new one on. Alright, got the fresh axle in. Got the nice fresh axle nut. Unfortunately, I couldn't find, for some odd reason, the bolt for the diff side. I don't like using the OEM Torx heads, just because I don't really trust them. I've always had bad luck with Torx heads, so if I could replace them, I would. But I can't find the bolts for some reason that came with my other axles. Maybe I reuse them. I don't know, because on the other side, I have some traditional hex bolts, but I'm using those on the other side. So, oh well, it'll do for now. I was able to torque it on this side because there's a lot more room. So, thank God. Hopefully, it doesn't come out on the freeway like it did last time. Anyways, while I'm waiting for my brother to bring the passenger side trailing arm, I'm gonna start on the driver's side. Hopefully, I can get that one out and actually prep good this time. We'll see. This sucks, man. Like I said, I borrowed a tool from Single Design Works, but that one broke, so I rented this one, and it's not working out for me, guys. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for the other side. I'm gonna take these out, and I'm tired of this. I'm just gonna take it to a shop, let them deal with it. You know what I mean? Looks like it's more bad luck for me, unfortunately. BMWs, man, they're fun to work on. I love it. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the video here because, frankly, I'm over it. I'm gonna let them do it tomorrow or another day. We'll see what day I get those trailing arms done. It looks like that. Looks like I already jinxed myself. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, that is it for this video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.